America, the place for high education, economy, business, media, freedom, and power. We have great, numerous economic opportunities where we can find good employment or even start our very own business. The United States does a very good job in providing all these things for its citizens. So why do we give our mothers and our newborns of our nation the agony of a short maternity leave? According to Cambridge Health, maternity leave is the period in which a woman is allowed to take time off of work to give birth, recover, and care for their newborns. Short maternity leaves put mothers through financial problems, psychological and physical problems, along with moral issues. As we go through today's problems, I hope you can understand the struggles that mothers and newborns go through with short maternity leave. Some might disagree and say that a short maternity leave is too long or just the right amount for a woman to be away from work. They might even say it is a luxury for mothers and newborns. However, as someone who is part of a family that struggle with maternity leaves do not give mothers the right amount of time they need to care for their newborns before going back to work. Mothers who are away from their job often struggle mothers who are away from their job due to childbirth often struggle to find the funds they need to support themselves. Due to the lack of support from their jobs and companies, many families fall into debt and financial problems. According to Pollfish, women take about 10 weeks to 2 months of a maternity leave, which is unpaid. Without the funds they need to care for their newborns and meet their nutrition levels, they are forced to go back to work, leaving their kids at home. Many mothers often rely on their spouses or dig into emergency savings and sometimes even find a job that is flexible with their time. Many families fall into debt and struggle with this because it allows the homeless rates to go up. Women also have to face the stereotype of being perceived as less committed when taking longer leaves. It is upsetting knowing that mothers have to struggle to find the support they need from their companies when it comes to finding a longer leave. Not only does this affect them financially, but this also affects them psychologically and physically. A mother who gave birth Giving birth is very difficult for a mother, which it gives them lots of physical problems. A mother who gave birth in the UK was able to compare her experiences from the United States. She said she had a lot of time to recover and bond with her baby without feeling the stress of returning back to work. Mothers also experience postpartum symptoms that include depression, hair loss, soreness, and bleeding. Not only does this affect mothers, but newborns are affected by a short maternity leave. When a mother is away from their child, they might not get the amount of breastfeeding that they need. Just like mothers, appointments are critical for newborns. With the mother being gone away from their newborn, they might not get their immunizations on time, which means higher risk of getting sick. Beyond the health implications, our country has failed to care effectively for our mothers and newborns. It should spark more outrage that we turn our heads away from mothers and newborns in need for a longer leave. It is a mother's right to be with their newborn and care for them as much as they need. According to Washington and Lee, the lack of national required paid leave is unethical, placing a physical and mental burden on women to work. Women, mothers, and newborns are affected by this, and their bioethical rights are not being served well. It is not a privilege to have a longer leave, but it is a choice that affects both the health of the mother and the newborn. As part of a family that struggles with maternity leave, I hope that many mothers need that time with their newborns. Newborns are meant to be nurtured for as much as they need to be with for as much as they need. Today, I delivered the message of financial problems, psychological and physical problems, along with moral issues that mothers go through today. As the birth rates goes up, I hope the time for maternity leave goes up as well.